Hello everyone, and welcome to the second stage of my reproduction of a 14th century suit of armour. Before I continue with this episode, I should like to thank from the bottom of my heart all of my new subscribers. I never expected to have such a warm and constructive welcome onto the world of YouTube, and for giving me that, I thank you all. This quick episode will be the final one pertaining to undergarments of this sort, but it must be made to show my process, so I really hope you enjoy it as much as I did. As we can glean from original sources such as these depicting scenes of daily life from the Tacunium Sanitatis, or of martial scenes from the 14th century French and English manuscripts, the linen shirt was a popular undergarment often worn but seldom seen. We may assume that it was perhaps indecent or simply impractical for it to be worn without a coat or a doublet over top, unless one was enduring laborious tasks or when one has committed a crime resulting in a dangling from the gallows. However, we can clearly see that it was a part of essential underwear, and therefore I must make one. Sarah Thursfield's The Medieval Tailor's Assistant yet again proved indispensable as she presented a clear guide for the patterns and creation of such a garment. The shirt is constructed of one large piece of linen, which has a neck hole in the middle and is folded over the shoulders. It will be sewn up the sides until it meets the gauze and the sleeves. Once the pieces were cut, they then had to be pinned. This was rather more enjoyable and less painful than the same process on the hose in my previous video, as this item did not need to be too form-fitting. The shirt was still, of course, somewhat fitting, and I pinned it to hug the waist to a point. Yet again, I utilised the backstitch from medieval origin. The thread I am using is different now. I've swapped the dark brown linen from my last videos for a more natural colour, which should blend in with the white. The sewing process taught me a good deal, and I gained quite some experience, though nowhere near as much as a professional. I would always advocate for hand-stitching reenactment garments. Firstly, because it will make them more accurate and authentic than modern sewn ones, and secondly, so that you can appreciate the immense monotonous swathes of time dedicated to hand stitching, shared by every tailor and seamstress until the inception of the easy way out, whose name shall not be uttered here. Once the process of hand stitching was complete, I moved on to hemming the shirt. I have to say I'm pleased with how this little project turned out, although I am glad that the undergarments are finished. Please expect an arming doublet at some point, but in the meantime I shall be posting other videos relating to other crafts. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one.